back on the road again. If I could only get my computers to work better, more frequently. That would be awesome. Getting closer on that one. This is today's chat, but I don't know for sure. My computers are not cooperating. It looks like God is Great is here. Chuck Dupree, Sensei Domino, hey Don Titus, Chuck all first this time. God is Great. Yeah, you made it first. Chuck Dupree, Sensei Domino, God is Great. Jay Pylon's in house, thumbs up. Hello Don, hi all. Sensei Domino, hey Jay, God is Great. J Pylon, Chuck Dupree Sports Cards, hi in the chat. Oops, oh my word, my computer is not being, okay, 2 out of the 3 look like they're working right so far. I need to, you know what, I don't have to worry about that one, so let me get over here, get to the chat, do my Thursday's Hall of Fame Friday, episode 122, Tony Gwynn. And baseball game trivia. And question mark. We got 5 thumbs up. On our way for a good day. Dragon fan Tim's here, and he says he's not here, of course. And got everything up, so stop. Right at 2:10, I'm gonna stop the early bird entries. Okay. This computer not typing. Why is it not doing the repeating? Doesn't like repetitive entry, huh? Oh, it's 2:10. Stop the early bird entries. Locan 99. Made it in right on the buzzer at 2:10. Chuck Dupree Sports Card says, hey, lock in. Alright, so let's get things rolling here. Got a big viewing today, that's for sure. So, big viewing today. New 2023 Patreon tiers, just go over it briefly. Carefield, $10.99. Blaster, $14.99. $24.99 for the Mega Box, $49.99 for the Monster Box. That's your best deal. I believe I only got one person on the Monster Deal package, which contains a Carefield, a Blaster Box, and a Mega Box filled with your favorite team or teams. Remember, there's a limit of 2 teams you can pick per Patreon. Out of the ones that are open, just go to my Patreon page and you'll see what's up there. Every box contains a sticker certified packing saying that I packed the box and not somebody else in the world. Like it's not a regular Carefield or Fairfield like we're going to do today, which says 1 and 8 contain a hit. Every box contains a hit. And the Plum Doll Patreon tiers. That takes care. Did you finish your set with yesterday's box, Donald? I don't know for sure. I didn't get that far on my sorting. Me and the wife had movie time after the Mariners game, so I still got that box ready to be sorted. but I may sort it this weekend, because unless we get to a certain tier level, it's in the description of the video. We probably won't open a box today unless we get that thummies up required for a box opening. But we will have a Fairfield box opening after our mega Tony Gwynn spectacular today. So, of course, boom, the New York Yankees. Oh, we lost yesterday. I forgot to mark it on my calendar. I knew I'd forget something. We did lose yesterday. We tried to make a comeback in the 9th inning, but did not do it. So that's 2 losses in New York. Today's going to be the last game today, Thursday at 4:05. See if we can pull one out before we head to Baltimore for 3 games. So that's my Seattle Mariners schedule. So, boom and a boom there. We did make it up to 828 entries yesterday, in case you're wondering. Okay, 828 entries. So that puts us up to, oh, and we do have the Super Chat giveaway, has won $2, so we got $198 to go to give away a Topps Series 2 hobby box. And I'll show you this one here. We are at 823, on our way to 900 for our 9th tier for our 10-tier giveaway for the month of June, which ends next Friday. So unless some big spectacular super chats come in, I don't think we'll make it for the month of June. But we will see how many people we've got here in the game for today. So I'm going to try and keep that covered. I think we can, so you don't see the full scope of what we're going to do today. Okay, but we do have things lined up for the second here. I'm going to go in now since I already finished that. Boo, beat them. I know. Did you finish your set? Boom, 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 boom. Okay, let me refresh the chat here and see who we've got. By the way, Jay Pylon, thanks for kicking off yesterday for us with the $2 super chat that you gave. So again, I think today, I'm pretty sure it was God is Great was first. Let me get up here. Yep, God is Great was first with the 1+ for his first entry here. Boy, that cover on the binder is going to be a slight problem here, but I will try to muddle through this. Then Chuck Dupree Sports Cards. Chuck Dupree is our second batter. Sensei Domino is our third batter. Not necessarily that's the batting order. It's all alphabetical, remember. God is Great. God is Great. God is Great. Chuck Dupree. Got Chuck. God is Great. Jay Pylon is here again today. Thanks, Jay, for popping into the stream. You got your entries yesterday, by the way. Alright, Jay Pylon. Thumbs up, thummies up. There we go. We're up to 7. Hello, Don. Hi, all. Sensei Domino. God is Great. Jay Pylon. Chuck Dupree. Jay. God is Great. Dragon Fan Tim says he's not here, which means he is. So he gets his entry. And I won't not do the trivia tomorrow, but if we don't do the stream, I've got a 75 percentile that we will not do a live stream tomorrow. But if we do, tune in at 2 p.m. and I will have something to do. Don't worry. Might even be the next Hall of Famer on the list. We'll see, because I haven't scheduled, or did I schedule? Let me see on my calendar here. Yeah, I did not put the names in after Tony Gwynn. I wanted to wait and make sure we got there before I started adding the new episodes. So we'll see. We'll play it by ear as we finish off, or I might just finish off next week the Football Hall of Fame with 2022 and 2023 on Friday. So we can start an interesting week, the first week in July. Dragon Fan Tim, God is Great. Jay Pylon, Dragon Fan Tim. Sensei Domino. Dragon Fan Tim again says hi. Lockin. Actually, Lockin did get in there, didn't he? Before stop the early bird entries. So Lockin 99 is in there with getting in the baseball game. Chuck Dupree, Chuck, Lockin, boo, beat them Yankees. Yes, I know. I wish we could. We try all the time. Every once in a while, we do succeed. Every once in a while, we do succeed. So let me refresh the chat real quick so I know I'm up to date. All right. So let me go through. So 4 batters. Oh, wait. Did Bernie H not make it in here? Did I miss Bernie H, or did he not make it in today? Maybe Bernie missed today. I think Bernie missed out today. I don't see him. I don't see her. Connor, you missed the early bird there, Connor. You a few minutes late. Sorry about that, but we've got we don't have Big Ray here either today, do we? No Big Ray today. Well, some of my regulars aren't here, but our batters that did make it in is Chuck Dupree, Dragon Fan Tim, God is Great, Jay Pylon, Lockin. I put Kevin down there, and it's Lockin. I had it on the wrong row there. Good thing I do the double check here. Lockin and then Sensei. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we got 2 full innings ahead of us here. 2 full innings to see who can win. And then we will have a trivia for sure. Actually, I might do today and tomorrow. So let me double check again. I think we have a trivia for today and a trivia for Friday. And if we do a stream tomorrow, we do have a trivia for the weekend. So if we do it tomorrow, then we'll do the trivia for the weekend, and then we'll have Monday, Tuesday for next Tuesday. So how's that sound? Boom! It's been a while there, CV Baseball Card Collector. Hi all, thanks for popping in here. Greetings from California. Yes. Yes. Appreciate everybody being here for Connor and CV Baseball Card Collector. Make sure you leave a recent comment to my videos, and the next time I catch you in the live stream, you'll become part of the Blue Wrench Club. Oh, you're on vacation, CV Baseball Card Collector? That's exciting whenever you get vacation. I remember when I was working. I always look forward to vacations and time off from work for sure. Alright, so we're going to get up. So we're going to have Chuck Dupree starting off the batting lineup first today, followed by Dragon Fan Tim, followed by God is Great. And then our second inning participants today is Jay Pylon, Lockin 99, and Sensei Domino. So are the first two batters ready? I sure hope they are. Or the first 3 batters. Because first up to bat again is Chuck Dupree. A strike and a triple. So a 2 plus an out gives you only 2 entries today, Chuck. So 2 entries for your 2 at-bats. Next up to bat is Dragon Fan Tim. Dragon Fan Tim is the second batter today. He's got a single and a triple. 2 plus a 1 is a +3. So +3 free entries for you, Dragon Fan Tim. Now we go with the last batter in the first inning, which is God is Great. God is Great. It's 2 at-bats. Get this up here so you can see the bottom of the board. Alright. So you've got a single for 3 and a hit for 1 is 4. For God is Great, gets a +4. Okay, next we've got for the second inning and the final ending of today's baseball game is Jay Pylon, Lockin 99, and Sensei Domino. Alright, reload the the 6 at-bats, 2 at-bats apiece. Let's see what Jay Pylon gets. Foul balls and out, and a single for 3 for 300 for 3 more entries. Okay. Our next batter is Lockin 99 with his 2 at-bats. Lockin 99. Foul ball and a rebound. And a 40 for 4. So +4 for Lockin. Alright, now we've got Sensei Domino is our last batter in our baseball game today. Unless, of course, we get Super Chats. Remember, Super Chats get you in the 2023 Series 2 Topps Hobby Box giveaway for the end of July. Foul ball and a single for 3. So +3 for Sensei Domino. So that takes care of our batters for today. I'll put the baseball game away unless we get a Super Chat. Remember, the Super Chat gets you not only in the June entry, but makes you eligible for the end of July Super Chat giveaway. Thanks, appreciate it. Sensei Domino 15 and at Connor. Thanks, Don. No problemo. But we do have 2 trivias, so anybody that's in the chat right now and anybody that's here, if you get the trivia correct, you will get entries also into today's. And let's see, let me make sure first. Okay, this is a 5-pointer. Okay, oh, hold on. Jay Pylon wants to get in with another $1 Super Chat. Alright, let me get Jay Pylon in with another $1 Super Chat. That gets you 1 at-bat for today there too, Jay. Alright. There we go. So let me do that really quick. Bring the baseball game back up before we get into the trivia. Baseball game back up. You get 1 at-bat there for the $1 Super Chat. That gives you 2 for 2 more entries. So +2. Two entries there, Jay. That gives you 3 entries in the 2023 Top Series 2 collection there. But dubious distinction. Dubious distinction. So to help you out, do me a favor, write on a piece of paper if you have one handy. If not, you'll get used to being in my trivia. Sometimes you need to make notes, alright, to make it easier for us to move the program along here. So, dubious distinction. There's going to be 5 different players, and you'll have to rank them. Rank the following post 1900 pitchers by most batters hit by a pitch. Rank the following post 1900 pitchers by most batters hit by a pitch. Okay? Let me go over the birthdays quick, and then we'll get into the trivia for the answers for that question. The baseball birthdays for today, June 22nd, 2023, is Carl Hubble, Dave Tomlin, Ian Kinsler, and Walt Masterson. But rank the following post 1900 pitchers by most batters hit by a pitch. Okay? So I will put it in the chat when I want you to start guessing. If you get all 5 correct in the correct order from most pitches, most batters hit by a pitch, ranked number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. But the players' names you would put would be, you'll match the letter with the number in the place position that you think they were. So A is Tim Wakefield. B is Randy Johnson, C is Charlie Ho, D is Roger Clemens, and E is Jim Bunning. Okay, again, you want to match each of the letters for A, Tim Wakefield, B, Randy Johnson, C, Charlie Ho, and that's H-O-U-G-H. D is Roger Clemens, and E is Jim Bunning. So all you need to do is put a letter and the number for the ranking in the correct order of first, second, third, fourth, and fifth in the running. Okay? So let me get ready here. Let me get ready, and I'll put it in the chat when I want you to start giving your responses. Or again, if nobody gets all 5, whoever gets the most correct will get the entries. So if you get 4 correct, you get 4. If you get 3 correct, and that's the most, you get 3. Okay? So probably give people about 5 minutes to answer this. Okay, so start your trivia guessing. Okay, and we've got 28, and so 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33. So at 2:33 we'll stop the guessing unless a winner gets all 5 correct before the time is up. Let me check and verify the answers for the ones that are coming in. Somebody's got, Dragon fans got to be different, right? Okay. Okay. No need for any further guessing. End your guessing. We're done. Lockin 99 got that one correct. Oh, let's see. Hold on. Maybe we have 2 that came in at the same time. What do we got? Hold on. Actually, no, it wasn't Lockin. It was Dragon Fan Tim. I'm sorry. Lockin guessed. So yeah, Dragon Fan Tim says so first was Johnson, second was Wakefield, third was Ho, fourth was Bunning, and fifth was Clemmings. Okay, we'll go over the answers here so you'll see. Let's see, Lockin, you were, let's see, wait a minute. Let's see. Yeah, Lockin, you were kind of off on a bunch of them. But Dragon Fan Tim got them correct. So of course this is the trivia question here. Wakefield, Johnson, Ho, Clemens, Bunning. I figured if it was Johnson there would be bodies everywhere. Oh yeah. 1B was Johnson, or first place was B, Johnson, hit 190 batters, twice plunking 18 in 1992 and 2001. Second place was Wakefield, A, hit 186, leading the American League with 18 in 2001. Third was C, a knuckleballer like Wakefield, Ho, hit 174 batters, His banner year for connecting was 87 with 19. And then fourth place was E. Bunning, bruised 160 batters and led the National League 4 consecutive years. In 1964 through 67, reaching a career high of 19 in 1966. And then fifth was D. Clemens, hit 159 batters, plunking 14 in 1995. So, Dragon Fan Tim, you got +5 on that one. He must have either looked that up or has a pretty good memory. Alright, so we're going to do Fridays as a bonus trivia for today, and if we do a stream tomorrow, we will have the weekend trivia at least, so we will have another trivia there. So, this next one I believe is one single answer. Yes, and you just got to guess which one it is. So, Moments. It is entitled Moments. So, which Cub hit a homer on the 14th pitch of an at-bat on June 11th, 2021? Which Cub hit a homer on the 14th pitch of an at-bat on June 11th, 2021? Was it A. Javier Baez? Was it B. Wilson Contreras? Was it C. Anthony Rizzo? Or was it D. Jason Hayward? And our birthdays for tomorrow, Friday, June 23rd, 2023, is George Weiss, Tom Holler, Aaron Robinson, Marty Barrett. Wait until I give you... Oh, Huff. Not Ho. Huff. Okay, from before. Alright, and Marty Barrett. So let me read the question through a second time, and then we'll start the guessing. Which Cub hit a homer on the 14th pitch of an at-bat on June 11th, 2021? Was it A. Javier Baez, B. Wilson Contreras, C. Anthony Rizzo, and D. Jason Hayward? A, B, C, or D? Guess now. I'm not going to type it in the chat. Just start your guessing. And whoever gets the correct answer first will get the entry for this one. Okay? And Lockin99 got it right with C. Congratulations there, Lockin99. You got another entry into our June giveaway. So that fills up the board for today for our freebies. Now we're going to get into our content at hand. As you can see, we are going to do Tony Gwynn's biography today. I think I was actually watching that game. Oh, that's pretty cool. That would have been definitely a long at-bat with 14 pitches. For 14 pitches of an at-bat on June 11th, 2021. That would have been a heck of a lineup, that's for sure. Alright, so we'll put that back on the back burners for, if not tomorrow, for next Tuesday. We'll do our weekend and our Monday and our Tuesday. Yeah, we'll do it that way. Alright, so we are going to do Tony Gwynn's biography. Okay, so that's what we're going to do today. So let me get this lined up for a little bit later. Okay, and for this one, I'm going to zoom out, if it'll let me. Of course, it's not going to let me now, right? It's not going to let me zoom. does it do this one? When I don't want it to do it, it will do it. Oh, there we go. There we go. That'll give us a better view of the binder. I can see that. Oh, now it's going to play with me, right? Oh, now I gotta, no. It's like a delayed reaction on the feed to the zooming in process. Okay, I got the brightness. So I gotta add some light now. Okay. You gotta love technology, don't you? Oh, I'm still playing with it. I'm seeing the delayed here. Let's see. Let me see if I can go to live and I'll be able to. What the heck? I gotta plus it to make it brighter? This is called a mic drop. Now I'm in the dark. Why am I in the dark? Less light, more light. Oh, there we go. There we go. Maybe. Hello, darkness, my old friend. Oh, my word, Lockin. You are dating yourself. Oh, there we go. There we go. Okay. I'm going to leave it. I'm not going to touch it anymore. I'm not going to touch it anymore. I'm going to move this out of the way for now because we're done with that for now. Just for now. There. I'm going to put this here for now. We will do this at the end after the Hall of Fame for Tony Gwynn, and then we share the binder of my Tony Gwynn collection. Oh, my word. Alright. So we will get over here and I will read the postcard that I've been neglecting to do on some of them, but I'm going to remember. Anthony Keith Gwynn, Tony, commonly known as, or Mr. Padre, San Diego National League from 1982 to 2001. An artisan with a bat whose daily pursuit of excellence produced a .338 lifetime batting average, 3,141 hits, and a National League record-tying 8 batting titles. Consistency was his hallmark, hitting above 300 in 19 of his 20 Major League seasons, including .394 in 1994. Renowned for ability to hit to all fields, frequently collecting opposite field base hits between third base and shortstop. Struck out just once every 21 at-bats. A 15-time All-Star and 5-time Gold Glove Award winner, hit .371 in 2 World Series, 1984 and 1998. So there you have it. Tony Gwynn, our Hall of Famer for today, episode 122. Okay, before we do get started here, let me, the disturbed version is better. Hello, darkness, my old friend. Let me get a sip of water before we get into, actually, hold on. That way you can see this too. How's that sound? I'm going to leave this here because it'll be support for the lid when I do flip it over. So, Anthony Keith Gwynn, Sr., was born May 9th, 1960 and passed away on June 16, 2014. Nicknamed Mr. Padre, was an American professional baseball right fielder who played 20 seasons, 1982 to 2001, in Major League Baseball, MLB, for the San Diego Padres. The left-handed hitting Gwynn won 8 batting titles in his career, tied the most in the National League history. He is one of the best and most consistent hitters in baseball history. Gwynn had a .338 career batting average, never hitting below .309 in any full season. He was a 15-time All-Star, recognized for his skills both on offense and defense, with 7 Silver Slugger Awards and 5 Gold Glove Awards. Gwynn was the rare player in this era that stayed with a single team his entire career, and he played in only 2 World Series appearances in San Diego's franchise history. He was inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame in 2007, his first year of eligibility. And if I'm correct in my thought, I believe it was just him and Cal Ripken Jr. that got inducted the same year. Alright. Gwynn attended San Diego State University, SDSU, where he played both college baseball and basketball for the Aztecs. He was an all-conference player in both sports in the Western Atlantic Conference, WAC, but was honored as an All-American in baseball. Gwynn was selected by the Padres in the 3rd round of the 1981 MLB draft. That means him and Cal Ripken Jr. were rookies the same time. So they must have retired pretty close to about the same time to make it into the Hall of Fame at the same time. He made his Major League debut the next year and captured his first batting title in 1984 when San Diego advanced to its first ever World Series. A poor fielder in college, Gwynn's work on his defense was rewarded in 1986 when he received his first Gold Glove. The following year, he won the first of 3 consecutive batting titles. Beginning in 1990, Gwynn endured 4 straight injury-shortened seasons. However, he experienced a resurgence with 4 consecutive batting titles, starting in 1994 when he batted a career-high .394 in a strike-shortened season. Gwynn played in his second World Series in 1998 before reaching the 3,000-hit milestone. The following year, he played 2 more seasons, hampered by injuries in both, and retired after the 2001 season with 3,141 career hits. A contact hitter, Gwynn excelled at hitting the ball to the opposite field. After meeting Hall of Famer Ted Williams in 1992, Gwynn became more adept at pulling the ball and using the entire field, as well as hitting for more power. In his early career years, he was also a threat to steal bases, widely considered the greatest player in Padres history. Gwynn regularly accepted less money to remain with the small market team. After he retired from playing, the Padres retired his number 19 in 2004. Gwynn became the head baseball coach at his alma mater, and also spent time as a baseball analyst. He died of salivary gland cancer in 2014 at the age of 54. Alright, Luis Arias is the new Gwynn. Bobby Catalano, hey Donald, hey Bobby, thanks for popping back into the stream again. 10 thumbs up, we're doing good. 10 thumbs up. All right, as far as his early life, Gwynn was born in Los Angeles, California to Charles and Vendela Gwynn. At the age of 9, his parents decided they would move from their apartment to buy a house in nearby Long Beach, a location they chose because of its schools, parks, and youth sports options throughout the year. He grew up with an older brother, Charles Jr., who played college baseball and became a teacher, and younger brother, Chris, who also became an MLB player. Gwynn's parents were civil servants who were tag team parents. Gwynn's father worked at a warehouse from 7:30 a.m. to 5 p.m., and he also coached Pop Warner football and Little League baseball. His mother worked at the post office from 5:30 p.m. until 3 a.m. His mother and father instilled in him the value of being prepared. He played mostly baseball, basketball, then his favorite sport. Gwynn's father encouraged his sons to play ball in the makeshift baseball field, and he assembled in their backyard. The setup was a narrow strip of grass that was longer than wide. Pulling the ball too much resulted in it being lost over the neighbor's fence. But left field, being short, ruled out hitting it to the opposite field was as well. Once the brothers' supply of wiffle balls was exhausted, they resorted to using a sock rolled in rubber bands, a wad of tape, or a hardened fig from the neighbor's tree. Gwynn could pull the ball in his backyard, but would naturally hit the other way during regular games. Growing up, he attended Los Angeles Dodgers games and watched his hero, Willie Davis, the Dodgers outfielder, had twice as many stolen bases as home runs, 398 stolen bases to 182 home runs. In his career, Gwynn admired Davis for being black, left-handed, and aggressive, but under control. He respected Davis's work habits as well. Like other kids that tracked home run hitters, Gwynn checked the box scores in the newspaper every morning, following high average hitters like P. Rose, George Brett, and Rod Carew. Gwynn attended Long Beach Polytechnic High School, a high-profile sports school. He was also a two-sport star basketball and baseball. In his final 2 years, his Jackrabbits baseball teams were combined for 33 and 25 and 2 in the league, while the basketball teams went 53 and 6 and twice reached the California Interscholastic Federation (CIF) Southern Section for a championship game. Gwynn had considered quitting baseball as a senior to concentrate on basketball, but his mother talked him out of it. She said it might be something down the road that might be sorry later if I didn't play, recalled Gwynn. As a junior, he was starting the point guard at Poly's basketball team and went 30-1 and won the Southern Section 4A title. The final was played before over 10,000 fans in the Long Beach Arena, where Gwynn scored 10 points in the 69-50 victory over Ventura. His teammates included Michael Wiley, who became a professional player in the National Basketball Association. In his senior year, Poly was 23-7 and again advanced to the championship round despite finishing third in the Moore League. Their bid for a second straight title ended with a 57-50 loss to Pasadena. Gwynn averaged 10.3 points and totaled 178 assists for the season, and he was named to the All-CIF Southern Section second team. After the season, he switched to baseball, whose season was already well underway. Despite his shortened season, he earned first-team All-Southern Section honors after batting .563. Poly baseball team's struggles taught him to remain focused, continue executing, and stay productive. Gwynn received a scholarship offers to play college basketball, but none for college baseball. He also went unselected in the 1977 MLB draft, which Gwynn attributed to his limited playing time. He wanted to play both sports for Cal State Fullerton, which was okay by basketball coach Bobby Dye, but baseball coach Augie Garrido did not believe the athlete could handle both sports in college. San Diego State basketball coach Tim Vizzi wanted Gwynn to commit to playing 2 years of basketball before playing baseball. Gwynn also had an offer from Texas Christian University, TCU. However, he was told that he would be their first black player in 30 years, which ruled them out from his consideration. He chose to attend SDSU, calling it the best option I had. As far as his college career, Gwynn was a two-sport star with San Diego State, playing 3 baseball seasons and 4 basketball. He was a 2-time American outfielder as the final 2 seasons when he led the team in hitting, a skilled playmaker in baseball. Gwynn was not allowed to play baseball as a freshman. He was overweight at 205 pounds, and Busy wanted him to get in shape for the next basketball season. By the following season, in 1979, Gwynn still had not heard from Aztecs basketball coach Jim Dietz about joining the team after the basketball season. However, an opportunity arose after 2 outfielders riding bicycles were struck by an automobile and injured, leaving Dietz in need of replacements. Freshman shortstop Bobby Meacham, who played against Gwynn in high school, convinced the coach to give Gwynn a chance. Dietz had never seen Gwynn play, but contacted him mostly because he trusted Meacham. Busy, by then, had been fired, and his successor, Smokey Gaines, allowed Gwynn to play baseball. Were it not for the accident, Gwynn doubted he would have ever played baseball with SDSU, knowing what I now do about Coach Dietz. He's too loyal to his athletes to have allowed me to walk over basketball season and join the team, said Gwynn. In baseball, Gwynn was primarily a left fielder and designated hitter at the San Diego State. He hit .301 in his first season, but said he stunk defensively. In 1980, Gwynn hit .423 with 6 home runs and 29 runs batted in, and was named 3rd All-Team American by Baseball News. The following season, he was a first-team All-American after batting .416 with 11 home runs and 62 RBIs. He also was named first-team All-WAC outfielder. In his 3 years, he had found a career average of .398, and the team went 146 wins, 61 losses, and 4 ties. Playing basketball, Gwynn set Aztecs basketball records for assists in a game, 18, and season of .221 and career 590. He was twice named the All-WAC second team and averaged 8.8 points per game his senior year. Playing point guard developed Gwynn's baseball skills as the dribbling strengthened his wrists, avoiding what he called slow bat syndrome, and basketball taught him to be quick, which improved his base running. He could dunk a basketball, though he was unable to palm the ball with his small hands. He had a quick first step in either sport and was able to run 60 yards in 55 minutes. In 6.7 seconds. Gwynn indirectly received exposure from scouts watching SDSU and were interested in Meacham, who would become a first-round pick in 1981. Gwynn had started his baseball season late in '81 as the basketball team was still competing, and some scouts had already seen enough of Meacham and stopped following SDSU. Also, the Aztecs baseball team was Casey McKeon, son of Jack McKeon, who was the San Diego Padres general manager at the time. Given was son's involvement. McKeon often went to Aztec games. He was initially interested in seeing Meacham, but became more impressed by Gwynn after seeing him at an exhibition game between the Aztecs and Padres. Gwynn had rejoined the baseball team 5 days earlier. As far as his professional career, he was in the minor leagues from 1981 to 1982. Storming again. I'll probably lag out soon. Uh-oh. Hello, crossover, and good job, Mom. Oh, wanted to get up on the chat there. Okay. Oh, that gives you a chance to, oh, I like that new addition they put on our YouTube channel for, you could switch from your live chat to your top chat to your fan funding. That'll list any super chats you got that day. That is nice and handy for sure, in case I would forget something. Alright, continuing on here in the minor leagues. Again, 1981-82, the Padres selected Gwynn in the 3rd round of the 1981 MLB draft with the 58th overall pick. He had gone to Padres games while he was at San Diego State and would sit there thinking that they had the ugliest uniforms I've ever seen in my life. Those uniforms again came to his mind after he was drafted. McKeon wanted to take Gwynn with the Padres' first pick, but they chose 2 other players in the 1st round and another in the 2nd. McKeon threatened to walk out of the draft room soon had San Diego not selected him in the 3rd. Later that day, Gwynn was also selected by San Diego Clippers in the 10th round of the NBA draft. According to the then Clippers general manager, Ted Podesky, Gwynn might have gone as high as the 6th round if he was not a baseball player. Gwynn chose to play baseball with the Padres in what he termed a practical decision, citing his physical battles, pushing and fatiguing against larger players such as Charles Bradley while playing WAC basketball. Coming out of college, Gwynn was initially worried about the transition from using an aluminum bat to a wooden bat, but his concerns were allayed once he found a bat comparable to the size he used with the Aztecs. He led the Northwest League with a .331 batting average and added 12 homers and 17 stolen bases in 42 games for Walla Walla, San Diego's Class A minor affiliate, while earning him the league's Most Valuable Player MVP award in 1981. He finished the season in Class A with Amarillo for 23 games while batting .462. And then, of course, after his 2 years in the minor leagues, he went to the San Diego Padres in 1982 to 1983. Gwynn participated at a spring training with San Diego in 1982 and hit an impressive .375. However, the Padres were set in the outfield with veterans Gene Richards, Rupert Jones, and Sixto Lezcano, and Gwynn began the season with AAA Hawaii. He was batting .328 in 93 games with the Islanders when he was promoted and debuted for the Padres on July 19, 1982. He started in center field against the Philadelphia Phillies in place of a slumping Jones. In his 4th at-bat, Gwynn got his first major league hit, a double, against reliever Sid Monge. Rose, the Phillies' first baseman, and later became the major league all-time Excuse me. That itch. Mm. Major League hitting double against reliever Sid Monge rose the Phillies' first baseman and later became the Major League all-time hit leader, told Gwynn. Congratulations, don't catch me in one night. 5 weeks later against Pittsburgh, Gwynn injured his left wrist after diving for a ball and hitting the artificial turf at Three Rivers Stadium and missed 3 weeks while on the disabled list. He had finished his rookie season batting .289 in 54 games, the only season he hit below .300. His 15-game hitting streak was the longest of the team that season. Gwynn injured his wrist by playing winter ball in Puerto Rico and started 1983 on the disabled list. He missed the first 2 months of the season and struggled after his return. His average fell as low as .229 by July 29th. He asked his wife to record the games before a road trip, and he began using video recording to review his at-bats. After looking at the tapes and correcting his swing during batting practice, he became a believer in using video. He said, "Video turned my career." He heated up to a .309 average for his shortened season, and his 25-game hitting streak set a Padres record. For the second straight season, San Diego finished with a .500 record. Then, from 1984 to 1986, in his first full season in 1984, San Diego won their first National League West title. Gwynn was elected to start in his first All-Star game, and he won his first batting title with a .351 average, along with 71 RBIs. He had only 23 strikeouts and 606 at-bats. He finished third in the balloting for the National League MVP behind Chicago Cubs winner Ryan Sandberg and runner-up Keith Hernandez of the New York Mets. He had 213 hits, breaking the Padres' record of high number of fastballs. Opposing pitchers threw in response to the speedy leadoff hitter, 70 being on base. Wiggins' speed also disrupted the defense and opened up holes that Gwynn was able to explore for hits. He hit above .400 when Wiggins was on base ahead of him. "Anybody can hit a fastball," said Gwynn. The duo was one of the biggest reasons behind San Diego's success. They could score fast with Wiggins getting on first, stealing second, and Gwynn singling him home. Gwynn batted .410 with runners in scoring position, and manager Dick Williams said his records indicated that Gwynn was the best RBI percentage on the team. In the playoffs, the Padres won the first National League pennant of its team history, defeating the Cubs in the National League Championship Series, before losing the World Series to the Detroit Tigers. Gwynn batted .368 in the NLCS, and his one-out singles in the bottom of the ninth in Game 4 set up Steve Garvey's game-winning homer. Gwynn hit .263, 5 for 19 in the World Series, and flew out to the Tigers left fielder Larry Herndon for the final out of the Fall Classic. During the off-season, Gwynn took less money to stay in San Diego by signing a 6-year, $4.6 million contract with the Padres. Still, his new safe salary of more than $500,000 salary for 1985 represented a sizable raise over the $180,000 he would have received, or $100,000 had he received in 1984. In 1987 to 89. Despite his financial problems and bankruptcy in 1987, Gwynn remained unfazed on the field. In the Padres' home opener, Marvin Gwynn and John Kruk hit back-to-back homers to start the game for San Diego, the first time an MLB team had led off a game with 3 consecutive home runs. In June, he had 44 hits and 93 at-bats for a .473 average, the best month in his career. He finished 5th among the outfielders voting for All-Star Game, which Padres manager Larry Bowa called a joke. However, Gwynn was unperturbed. People put a premium on the home run hitters. I know what I am. I'm a contact hitter and not a home run hitter. I'm not going to try to do something I'm not. That year, Gwynn had 2 5-hit games, the first 8 in his career. He won his second batting title that season after hitting .370. It was the highest average in the National League since Stan Musial hit .376 in 1948. He also stole 56 bases and became the National League player to hit .370 and steal 50 bases. Gwynn never went more than 8 at-bats without recording a hit, and he had a hit in 80% of the 155 games he batted. His 218 hits also led the league. He led the league in WAR and was second in stolen bases, triples with 13, and on-base percentage of .447. He also ranked 4th in the runs scored, 119, and 10th in walks with a career high of 82. His average hits, runs, and triples were all Padres records. Although he had only 7 homers, Gwynn's was second in the league with 26 intentional walks, which was indicative of the reverence for his hitting prowess. He finished 8th in voting for National League MVP, but resisted altering his hitting style to hit more home runs to earn more respect. The same year, Wade Boggs, in American League, won his 4th batting title in 5 years, hitting .363 with 24 home runs, but finishing 9th in MVP voting. Then we have 1990 to 1992. Widely respected by his peers as one of the most dedicated players in baseball, Gwynn in 1990 was accused by some teammates of being selfish and caring more about his batting average than winning. First baseman Jack Clark notably stated Gwynn should be swinging with runners in scoring position instead of bunting and protecting his batting average. Clark did not approve of Gwynn bunting with runners on first and second with nobody out, believing he was trying to either bunt for a hit or get credit for a sacrifice. He failed. On the other hand, Gwynn felt he was advancing runners for the team's game changers, Clark and Joe Carter, which was consistent with McKeon's style. Gwynn said he resorted to bunting to advance the runners because he was not a good pull hitter. No one bothers Tony Gwynn because he wins batting titles, but the Padres finish 4th or 5th every year, said Clark, who also stirred controversy on his team. Teammates Mike Pagliarulo and Gary Templeton sided with Clark, who also said Gwynn was 50 pounds overweight, leading to his lower stolen base total. Then in 1991, passed Gene Richards as the Padres' all-time leader in steals and triples. He reached the season-high average of .373 in June, and late in the month was among the league hitters in RBIs. His left knee began causing him problems before the All-Star break. and he had been suffering from shin splints as well. He injured his knee on August 5th at Houston while sliding into second base. He played through the injury, missing just one game over the next 3.5 weeks. He had fluid drained from his knee on August 31st and played just once in the week that followed while surgery was discussed. He attempted to finish the season but lasted just 5 more games. He understood arthroscopic surgery to clean out the knee and smooth the articular cartilage, missing the final 21 games of the year. Gwynn led the league in hitting with .326 in late August, and had enough plate appearances already to qualify for the title, with many people, including his father and Padres announcer Jerry Coleman, advised him to take care of his knees and secure another battling title. However, Gwynn was still reeling from Clark's criticism and conditioning and selfishness and wanted to continue playing. Gwynn finished the season ranked third in batting at .317 behind Terry Pendleton and Hal Morris. After the All-Star game, he just hit .243. In 1992, Gwynn ended the season on the disabled list for the third straight year on September 8th for a 16-inning game in San Francisco. He had the third 5-hit game of his career. Then in 1993 to 1997, Gwynn entered the 1993 season anticipating that he would be better after his past 2 surgeries, and he had also incorporated Williams' advice into his swing. The Padres lost 101 games that year for the team's worst record during his career. They finished in last in the division behind the Colorado Rockies, who were an expansion team in their inaugural season. San Diego that season traded most of its star players, including Fred McGriff, Gary Sheffield, Tony Fernandez, in fire sales. Gwynn finished with a .358 average, then second best average of his career, but Colorado's Andres Galarga won the title at .370. Gwynn batted .587 on pulled balls compared to his .315 in 1991 before Williams' pointers. He was afflicted early in the season by a sprained thumb, but he had .476 for 190 over the second half of the season. On June 10th, Gwynn missed the opportunity to hit for the cycle when manager Jim Ringelman replaced him in the 7th inning of a 14-2 rout against the Dodgers after he had hit for a home run, double, and triple in his 3 prior at-bats. Ringelman was not aware that he needed a single to complete the cycle. Still wary of Clark's earlier criticism, that he was selfish, Gwynn did not contest his removal, which angered the manager when he found out that after the game. On August 4th, against the Giants, Gwynn had only 6th game of his career. He might have gone 7 for 7 if not for excellent play at first base by Will Clark. Gwynn recorded his 2000th hit with a single off Colorado left-hander Bruce Ruffin on August the 6th. His last game was September 5th, before undergoing arthroscopic surgery to clear loose bodies from his knee. It was the 4th consecutive year his season had ended early, and the 3rd straight season was due to left knee surgery. In 1996, the Padres won the division with 91 wins and returned to the playoffs for the first time in 12 years. Gwynn called it the worst injury season of his career. He hurt his heel April and was diagnosed with inflamed bursa-sac. He tried multiple shoes to alleviate the pain, and it was on the DL for a month at mid-season. He played the rest of the year in pain and surgery after his season revealed 40% tear or fraying at the top of his right Achilles tendon. On September 28th, Gwynn hit a patented single between third base and shortstop to score 2 runs and break a 2-2 tie in the 8th against the Dodgers, clinching a playoff berth for the Padres. He called it his most memorable regular season hit until his 3,000th career hit. Gwynn's brother, Chris, also played for San Diego that season and hit the game winner in the season finale in extra innings, completing a 3-game sweep over Los Angeles with the division. Chris had only hit .169 entering the game, and the fans were convinced that he was on the team only because of his brother. Earlier in the week, Gwynn criticized fans for booing his brother. "Today, I'm just Chris Gwynn's anonymous brother," said Gwynn, who also won his batting title that day. Although he was 4 plate appearances short of the minimum to qualify for the title, MLB Rule 1022A, which also came to be known as the Tony Gwynn Rule, allowed hitless at-bats to be added to his record to qualify. Gwynn, who batted .353 and 498 plate appearances, would have dropped to .349 with extra at-bats, still 5 points better than second place Ellis Burks at .344. In the postseason, the Padres were swept by the St. Louis Cardinals in the opening round. In 1998 through 2001. In 1998, Gwynn batted .321 and helped the Padres win a franchise record 98 games and their second pennant. He began the year with his first ever opening day home run and continued his trend of hitting for more power with 16 homers for the season. The Padres reached the World Series in 1998 after defeating Houston and Atlanta in the playoffs. However, the Padres lost to the Yankees in a 4-game sweep, despite Gwynn hitting .500, 8 for 16 in the series. The rest of the team batted only .203. Gwynn hit a home run off the second deck facade in the opening game at Yankee Stadium against pitcher David Wells, which he called his favorite hit and highlight of his career. That's the biggest game in the world, a World Series game, and in fact it was in New York in Yankee Stadium. I'll remember that forever. He said. Calf injuries forced Gwynn to miss 44 games in the first half of 1999. At the 1999 All-Star Game at Fenway Park in Boston, he escorted Williams to the mound and steadied his friend in throwing out the ceremony of first pitch. It was Gwynn's most memorable All-Star moment in his career as he approached 3,000 career hits. In July, 2 unidentified Padres said there was too much focus on reaching the milestone. Additionally, Jim Leyritz, after being traded from the Padres to the Yankees, and Gwynn lacked the initials of a team player. In the next game in San Diego, Padres fans gave Gwynn a standing ovation after he was moved for a pinch runner following his 2,994th hit. He approached 3,000 hits on the road, first playing a series against the Cardinals on August the 4th. He collected 3 hits, including a grand slam, to reach 9,998 hits, receiving a standing ovation from the St. Louis crowd after each hit. The following day, Gwynn collected hit number 2,999 in the same game that At the Cardinals, Mark McGwire hit his 500th home run. Gwynn got his 3,000th hit on August the 6th with a single in the first inning, off Montreal Expos' Dan Smith. He had 4 hits in the game. His 2000th hit was also on August the 6th, which is also the birthday of Gwynn's mother. The milestone was delayed by a left calf injury that season, which sent him to the disabled list twice, forcing him to miss 44 games. He reached 3,000 in 2,284 games, the third fewest games among 22 players to reach the mark, behind Cobb 2,135 and Nap Lajoie 2,224. No player born after 1900 got there in fewer games or at bats, 8,874, than Gwynn. Gwynn, who turned 40 in 2000 and had a left knee injury that required his knee to be drained 7 times before he underwent season-ending surgery. He was limited to playing just 36 of the Padres' first 71 games, and he started only 26 games in right field. He batted .408 from May 19th to June 23rd to raise his average from .196 and finished the season at .323. Gwynn had microfracture surgery performed on his knee, which involved tiny holes being created to promote cartilage growth. The Padres bought out their $6 million option on Gwynn for 2001, paying him $2 million instead, and he became a free agent for the first time. After weeks of negotiation that were at times bitter, Gwynn resigned with the Padres for 2001, agreeing for a 1-year, $2 million contract and a chance to earn another $3.7 million in performance incentives. However, he was hampered that season by problems to his right leg, which had been his good leg, and was limited to just 17 games on the field. In the first half of the season, he missed 64 games due to a right hamstring that resulted in 2 stints on the disabled list. After returning, he began having problems with his right knee, and he was limited to pinch hitting duties and started only 1 game after mid-July due to a torn meniscus in the right knee. Gwynn formally announced on June 28 that he would retire at the end of the season, and subsequently receive an ovation at each stadium the Padres visited. He was honored as a non-playing squad member in the 2001 All-Star Game. During the game, he and Cal Ripken, who had announced his retirement 9 days before Gwynn, were presented to Commissioner's Historic Achievement Award by Commissioner Bud Selig. On October 6, 2001 at Qualcomm Stadium, Gwynn had a pinch RBI double off Gabe White at Colorado for the final hit of his career. He considered starting the next day in the final game of the season, but he was not confident he would handle a fly ball. In his final appearance, he pinch hit in the 9th inning and grounded out to shortstop earlier in the game. Teammate Ricky Henderson joined Gwynn in the 3,000 hit club. Although he was limited to only 112 plate appearances, Gwynn finished the season with a .324 average, his 19th consecutive season batting at least .300. As far as his post-baseball honors in 1997, the SU baseball facility, Smith Stadium, was extensively renovated with $4 million from Padres owner John Moores. At Moore's request, the stadium was renamed Tony Gwynn Stadium. Gwynn was inducted into the Padres Hall of Fame in 2002, and the team retired his number 19 in 2004. He was inducted into the California Hall of Fame in 2016. In 2007, a 9.5-foot 1,200-pound bronze statue of Gwynn was unveiled in the park just beyond Petco Park's outfield in an area named Tony Gwynn Plaza. The address of Petco Park is 19 Tony Gwynn Drive. In 2014, the Mountain West Conference posthumously renamed its Baseball Player of the Year award to the Tony Gwynn Award. At the 2016 All-Star Game in San Diego, MLB announced that the annual winner of the National League batting title would be known henceforth as the Tony Gwynn National League Batting Champion. As far as his Hall of Fame, on January 9, 2007, Gwynn was elected to the Baseball Hall of Fame, being selected on 532 out of 545 ballots. 97.61% of the votes, seventh highest percentage in Hall of Fame voting history. He was relieved that he did not exceed Tom Seaver's record of 98.8%. Gwynn considered his selection to be validation for the role of contact hitters, who are not as celebrated as power hitters. He was inducted alongside Cal Ripken Jr. on July 29, 2007. Ripken and Gwynn are the two of 46 players in the Hall of Fame who played their entire major league career for only one team. Both were elected almost unanimously in their first year of eligibility. The Gwynn-Ripken induction weekend was notable for a number of attendance records, which were announced during the ceremony. 14,000 people visited the Hall of Fame Museum on July 28th, a record number for a single day. Baseball attendance for all games played on July 28th also set a single-day record. The induction ceremony also the greatest collection of Hall of Famers present, 53 of the 61 living members. A record crowd estimated at 75,000 attended the induction ceremony, shattered the previous record of 25,000 in 1999. In 2002, Gwynn was also inducted by the San Diego Hall of Champions into the Breitbart Hall of Fame, honoring San Diego's finest athletes both on and off the playing surface. A week before his induction, Gwynn appeared on a Wheaties box. As far as his post-playing career, following his playing career, Gwynn was the baseball's head coach of SDSU for 12 seasons, compiling 363 record, including 3 Mountain West Conference championships and 3 NCAA appearances. During his last season playing for the Padres in 2001, he lobbied for the coaching position after Jim Dietz announced he would step down after the 2002 season. In September 2001, Gwynn signed a 3-year contract with his alma mater to be an unpaid volunteer coach for 2002 with a base salary of $100,000 starting in 2003. In the 5-year period, 2007 to 11, the baseball team was penalized with a reduction in scholarship for failing to meet the NCAA's academic progress rate. However, Gwynn's teams improved their academic performance for the 5 years ending in 2012. The Aztecs finished 500 or better 5 times of 5 Gwynn's final 7 seasons, and they qualified for NCAA tournament times in his final 6 seasons. As the Aztecs coach, Gwynn oversaw the development of future major leaguers such as Justin Masterson and Steven Strasburg, the number 1 overall draft pick in 2009. Gwynn's bout with cancer caused him to miss time intermittently, and he missed the start of the 2012 season after undergoing surgery, and missed games in 2013 while involved in clinical trial, days before his death in June 2014. He was given a 1-year contract extension though he had been on leave of absence since March while recovering from cancer treatments. GWYNN was also a broadcaster. Working as a game studio analyst for ESPN. He also worked postseason games on TBS and served as an expert analyst for Yahoo Sports. He also served as color analyst for the Padres games in Channel 4 in San Diego and later Fox Sports in San Diego. My word, what a tongue twizzler. In May 2012, GWYNN joined a group led by movie producer Thomas Full to bid on purchasing the Padres from Moores. GWYNN had no financial stake in the group, and Tull withdrew his bid in June. Alright, couple more small sections here. Personal life. GWYNN was married to Alicia GWYNN and was the father of R&B singer Anisha Nicole and Major League outfielder Tony Gwynn Jr., whose Major League debut with the Milwaukee Brewers and first Major League hit on July 19, 2006 came 24 years to the day after his father's first Major League hit. Each Gwynn hit a double. Gwynn's brother, Chris, was also a Major League outfielder. Both Chris and Tony Jr. played with the Padres during their careers. Until Gwynn's death, he split time between homes in Poway, California and Fishers, Indiana. In 1997, Gwynn noticed forgeries of his signature on Padres memorabilia in an official team store in Encinitas, California. After alerting MLB management, he assisted the FBI in verifying his signature and identifying fake photographs during their nationwide Operation Bullpen, which hunted down rings of memorabilia forgers. Health problems. Gwynn had 3 procedures to remove non-carcinous growths from his pituitary gland beginning in 1997. In 2010, he was diagnosed with cancer of a salivary gland and lymph nodes and tumors from gland removed. The operation left his face partially paralyzed on the right side, leaving him unable to smile. Later that year, he underwent 8 weeks of chemotherapy and radiation treatments. He was declared cancer-free afterwards and also regained his ability to smile. Additional surgery was performed in 2012 to remove more cancerous growth and address nerve damage. Gwynn attributed the cancer to the dipping tobacco habit he had since playing rookie ball in Walla Walla in 1981. Doctors, however, stated that the studies had not linked pituitary cancer with use of chewing tobacco. After his playing career ended, Gwynn's weight peaked at 330 pounds, and he underwent adjustable gastric band bypass surgery in 2009 in an attempt to lose weight. He did not closely adhere to the diet, and his weight loss began to stall. In 2010, his weight problem led to a slipped disc in his back and affected the nerve down his leg. He needed a walker before he had damaged disc removed to cure the pain while walking. Later, he experienced a loss of taste for food during radiation therapy for his cancer, and while being limited to a liquid diet, he lost 80 pounds, of which he regained after he resumed eating solid foods. And then on to his death. During another round of cancer treatments in April 2014, a mishap occurred in which Gwynn lost oxygen and was barely able to move. He was sent to rehabilitation to learn how to walk again. On June 16th, Gwynn died at Palmerado Hospital in Poway of complications from his cancer. He was 54 years old. The night before, on Father's Day, he had gone into cardiac arrest, and he was rushed from his home to the hospital. A public memorial service was held for Gwynn at Petco Park on June 26, 2014. And the service was attended by 23,229 fans who heard tributes to GWYNN from baseball and civic leaders and from GWYNN's family. On May 9, 2017, a memorial statue in his honor was unveiled at Lake Poway. In 2018, GWYNN's family reached a confidential settlement with the U.S. Smokeless Tobacco Company after filing a wrongful death lawsuit against the company in 2016, charging that GWYNN had become hopelessly addicted to its product. Okay, now for his recap, and then we'll get into his baseball cards. So again, he was with the San Diego Padres in 1983. He was a right fielder, born May 9, 1960 in Los Angeles, California, and died June 16, 2014 at the age of 54 in Poway, California, United States. He batted left through left. His MLB debut was July 19, 1982 for the San Diego Padres. October 7, 2001 was his last appearance for the San Diego Padres. His MLB statistics: .338 batting average, 3,141 hits, 135 home runs, and 1,138 runs batted in. Played for the Padres from 1982 to 2001. His career highlights and awards: 8 times national batting champion, 84, 87 through 89, 94 through 97, 15 All-Star games from 1984 to 87, and then 89 to 99. 5 Gold Glove Awards, 1986, 7, 1989 through 1991, 7 Silver Slugger Awards, 1984, 86 to 87, 89, 94 to 95, and 1997. The Roberto Clemente Award in 1999. San Diego Padres number 19 retired. San Diego Padres Hall of Fame. Inducted into and a member of the National Baseball Hall of Fame. Induction in 2007 through a vote of 97.6% of the ballots. So there you have it. Tony Gwynn's Hall of Fame induction. Now we will return to your regularly scheduled program. Okay, I'm going to put this off to the side for now. Let me get a sip of water and then we'll get into the binder here. I think if I do it right here, yeah, I can open the page there, and that way you can see the backs of the cards when I do turn the pages. 282 cards for Tony Gwynn. As Kevin's and Models and More would say, that's probably a good start, because I'm sure he has a lot more than 282 cards of Tony Gwynn. And by the way, in case you're wondering, I'm wearing the Rated Rookie shirt today because between me and Tony Gwynn, he's the all-star and I'm just still the rated rookie compared to him. Alright, so let me do one thing real quick. We're going to refresh the chat so I know where we're at. Okay, got that one, got that one, got that one. Alright. So we've got 11 thumbs up, doing good in that area, but we're going to get into the binder now. Again, the way I put mine in order, you can probably notice that picture there. I've got one in there. I was going to do that one first, but it didn't fit the way I wanted it, so I did it on a full sheet of paper with Tony Gwynn in the center. I'm probably going to eventually modify it and put his full name up there, or Tony Gwynn, and Mr. Padre on the bottom of the page when I have more time to work on this binder a little bit more. Alright, so without further ado, you can see all 9 cards on the page. If you have a question in regards to any, just let me know. I'll try and catch it in the chat when I turn the pages. I'll look up, see if anybody's put anything in there. But the way I number the cards are, I start over here, and these will be no number cards. believe I have two no number cards. I have one sample card and the Tony Gwynn Collectabook here. Tony Gwynn Collectabook, and then it just goes numerically by card number. For me, that's the simplest way to try and see if I have any duplicates. Okay, and if you do have some instances where you do have duplicate cards, there are variations. There'll be variations. Okay, this is the base one. This is the silver foil one. This is a Topps Chrome back in 2000. Wonder what year they actually started the Topps Chrome cards. But this is one from 2000, so we know back in 2000 they did. But I'll just go through these. That's a Pacific. This is a Collectabook. This is a Pinnacle. This is a Topps. This is a Revco Topps. I believe that's a Don Russ. Upper Deck. Alright. This one's Topps. Topps Chrome. Topps Stadium Club. And you can see the backs of the cards here. Yeah, I'm going to just shrink my picture so that you guys can see the backs of the cards. Actually, I think maybe I'll move myself over here so I'm out of the way altogether. This way I can open me up to not cover the card. There. Can you guys see where I'm at still? Alright? But I won't go over each and every card, but if you have a question you have in regards to any of these cards, just let me know and I can point it out and read you more information about it. Otherwise we'll be here all day. But what time we got here? Yeah, I think we'll be able to finish in time for opening up the Fairfield and then me catching my Seattle Mariner game. But any place where you see a duplicate, where what appears to be a duplicate, trust me, it'll be some sort of variation of the base card. Of course, you'll have the different junk wax, the common, everybody's got one of those cards type of thing. But sometimes you'll see a card that, oh wow, I've never seen that Tony Gwynn before, like there's a Topps Gold Tony Gwynn. Alright, I'll see where the duplicates kind of jump out and I'll try and explain which and what they are for sure. But I know Kevin's Models and More, this is his favorite PC player. I might have some cards that he don't have. This one's what brand is that one? This is a Don Russ. Don Russ. This is the base, and this is a blue foil. A blue foil one there. This like here the what's this brand? I think this is Team Breakdown. No, that's not it. Oh, it's a Bowman. Bowman. So this is the base. This is the silver foil on those two variation versions there. Second favorite after Machado. Oh, there you go. Who's that? You talking about Kevin? Tony Gwynn here. Again, they're all Tony Gwynn, so I don't need to say that anymore. Tony Gwynn Mini. That's a mini right there. You'd think these are identical cards, but they're not. Notice the Tony Gwynn's, two different uniform types. Okay, I don't think it's the same. No, it's card number 42, card number 46. It might have been a little mini set they did of them, but that's the two that I have. Here's, I think this is Leaf. Are these Topps? No, these are Topps. Yeah, this is Topps. Topps Stars. This is a silver. This is a gold. Okay, got a triple play, Ovation, Upper Deck, Upper Deck. It's always nice when you can see them once they've been put into a nice binder, that's for sure. And you'll see some different cards where they use the same photos and it's a different card format. I don't know what their particulars are on that. It could be the same person that took the picture said that you can put it on a couple different formats. That's fine with me, as long as I get some royalties probably. Somewhere along the line, I don't know exactly how the photographers work for baseball cards on their salaries and stuff. You know they gotta make money. But there's to their victory, ultimate victory, the base and the silver foil. I don't think I have any one where there's like a rainbow effect of 3 or 4 cards that I got are similar but different variations. And a lot of times those will come on just some of the new versions and sets that they have. This is a little die cut. Pacific, I believe that is. I think it's Pacific. Yeah, Pacific Crowned Royals is that brand. Right. More. This one's I think this is a throwback or a buyback, but it's I can't make out the year, 2000, but it's got a little top stamp on there on that one. Dun, 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 dun. Platinum, Fleers, Fleer 90, Fleer 93. Right. But it's always amazing. Like I said, I'm still working on my Cal Ripken Jr. I thought I was done, and then I found another 400 or 500 more cards that I gotta blend into my Ripken and get it all reorganized. But I got plenty of time before I get to the R's. We just finished with GWYNN, the G's. Now we're gonna get into the H Hall of Famers, starting with the letter H. So A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. We're only on the 8th letter of the alphabet. Got a ways to go there. A ways to go. There we go. This is like the base card for 19. This was when I started my love for baseball, just a couple years before I retired from the Navy in 1998. This was the 1996 Pinnacle set. That's the year that my cousin was a rookie. I have his rookie cards from there and some of his other rookie cards before he played with the Tigers. Just 1 year. He was 1 year as a pitcher for the Tigers, and then his wife came down with cancer. So he ended up leaving baseball for the love of his life, his wife. But yeah. Nice Tony Gwynn. This one's, I don't know if they have a base version of this one, but on this metal, probably not. This is like the silver. This is the silver. It's the same picture, but you can't tell it here. And then this one here, you have the multicolor one variation. So I don't know if they make more than one of these or not. It's card number 235 for Metal Universe. I thought that these two were pretty sharp. I don't know if they have a base or not. I don't know enough about that set. Then here's one at the older tops. This one's a 1992, I believe. I think it's a 91 or 92 tops. But this is the base, and this is the winner gold version. So it's got gold lettering down here, and then it says winner. I always would see it, and it says Topps gold embossed on the back in light coloring. This one just says Topps. This one says Topps gold on the back. Same thing, 1996 Pinnacle. I have the complete set for this year in a binder. But yeah, Tony Gwynn 336. This one's got a little speck, but this is the base. This is it's kind of like a foil type version on that one. Can't tell anything on the back though. Got Tony Gwynn Flair Tradition. Tony Gwynn All-Star. '92 Don Russ. No questions. Alright. Tony Gwynn here. Just fun seeing them and reading the stats and information on the back of the cards. There's the mustard card. There's the mustard card, and there's the throwback for the 1987. There we go. We got our Fleer, red, white, and blue. Another 87. Got the Topps Gold here for the what's this one? 94. 94 Topps, the base and the Topps Gold version. This one here, I don't think they put the Topps Gold on the back. They just stamped it on the front up here. They switched it and didn't put it on the back. Okay. This one I thought was kind of neat because they have the checklist cards here. The checklist cards, they come in base, silver, and gold. I don't have or might have given away my base I had, but I did have a silver signature, so that one got put in the binder here. Thought for sure I'd have the base and the silver, but I only had the silver. There's a Leather and Lumber first home run, August 22nd, 1982. Three MVP cards, 89 and 90. And this one's 88. I actually should have had it 88, 89, and then 90. Should have had them reversed, but numerically they go that way. BC4, BC6, and BC20. That's why they're in numerical sequence. There we go, Wonder Stars. Then we got an 85, 86, and 89 All-Star cards. Don't have the complete set of those. Double header, Tony Gwynn. Tony Gwynn Pog here. This one I believe is number 3 of 24. That's those series is. Here's some post ones. Couple different posts, 1, 2, 3, 4 different years here. The first collector series, and then 1991, 1992. Don't know for sure which that one is. That's an old style card there, like the preview card back here. This one. And then our last three here, another All-Star card, a newer All-Star card, the Big Show, and our final card currently is the 1988 Tony Gwynn San Diego Padres 88 All-Star, 38 of 60. So that covers our Tony Gwynn Hall of Fame baseball binder that I have in my collection. I only put them in a binder if I have at least a couple hundred, and I had 282. So we'll be coming up on other players that I do have lots of cards on. And as you know, in going through my Hall of Fame series, I come across some players that do not have many cards at all, but are in the Hall of Fame. Probably because some of those old timers from the older classes and stuff don't have as many baseball cards out there. But all the big stars and all the big players during the junk wax era and stuff like that, people love to collect their favorite players. So, hopefully you enjoyed this as we went through this binder here. If you see Kevin before me, let him know that this will be up and online here. I will put this in my collection with my personalized. So let's see, I've got Ichiro, I've got Mickey Mantle, I've got Ken Griffey Jr., I've got John Candelaria. He's not a Hall of Famer, but I started a binder on him because the Fanatic Card Guru and Turtle, he got me started on Candelaria, so that's the only reason I'm collecting Candelaria, the Candyman. Plus, I grew up in a candy store when I was little, so why wouldn't I like the Candyman? So I will put him right there. What we're going to do next is we're going to open up our Fairfield box. Let me see if it'll let me zoom in. Or zoom out. No, zoom in. That way we can get a close-up of the cards. You're not going to work, are you? Oh, there we go. I think that's good enough. Zooming in. We're going to open up our Fairfield for today, and then we'll finish up this dream. Let's see when this Fairfield from Jason Coate, Rockin' 99, sent me these Fairfields. I still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more to go. That'll take us into July, that's for sure. So this one was manufactured March of 2023. March of 2023. Looks like we have an opening day pack here. Opening day from 2022. So a last year 2022 opening day. We'll do that after we open up the cards here. See what kind of Hall of Famers we can find. That's all I'm gonna just make sure they're all flipped over the right way before we get going here. Not gonna look at anybody in particular yet. Those are always backwards. They probably just open them up and put them in a box. Okay. So let's see. I don't know if we've got a hit or anything in here. Probably not. But I know it's funner just to open it without doing none of that. But Miguel Negron with the minors. Got some minors in here. We got an Angel. Luis Polonia. Boom. Russ Swan with the Seattle Mariners. Put that Seattle Mariner right there. Jim Ganter with the Brewers. Tony Walker with the Astros. Juan Gonzalez with the Rangers. Not quite a rookie card for Juan Gon. Matt Williams with the Giants. Willie McGee with the Giants. Greg Olson with the Orioles. Ron Robinson with the Reds. Von Hayes with the Phillies. Pat Tabler with the Royals. Todd Bezinger with the Red Sox. Ron Kittle with the White Sox. Joe Orsuluk with the Orioles. Keith Atherton with the Twins. Who do we got here? All-Star Game 2017. Matt Olson rookie card. That's pretty cool. Nice rookie. Alright, now we've got Joe Mauer with the Twins. Ooh, old school colors. Hunter Dozier. Old school colors. It's pretty cool. I'll set that one aside for something else. A rookie card for Elijah Dukes. If we see a noted rookie card, we'll set him aside. Daniel Johnson rookie card. Tommy Edman with the Cardinals. That was with the Cleveland Guardians. Bida Blue with the Giants. Edwin Correa with the Rangers. Oil Cam Boyd with the Red Sox. Cecil Epsel with the Rangers. Jeff Russell with the Rangers. Mark Grace with the Cubs. Trevor Wilson with the Giants. Who do we got here with the Cardinals? Ozzie Smith, Hall of Famer. Hall of Famer. First one so far. Greg Jeffries, rookie. Stephen Lake, Cardinals. Rob Murphy with the Reds. Al Newman with the Twins. Nelson Santovina with the Expos. Rangers leaders. I can never figure out I can't recognize who's up the bat there. They're playing Oakland. Cecil Fielder with the Blue Jays. Tony Phillips with the Athletics. Andre Dawson, Hall of Famer. I think Dawson's a Hall of Famer, isn't he? Yep, Andre Dawson's a Hall of Famer. Hal Lanier, that's a second year Jeffries. Rookie was. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, that's a second year. But they do put on the card rookies. So, I know it's a second year. But it's got first year stat. Oh, no, actually, yeah. It's not his official rookie card. That's right. Hal Lanier with the Astros. Tracy Jones with the Expos. Gene Larkin with the Twins. Chad Kruger with the Rangers. Jesse Barfield with the Blue Jays. Jay Howell with the Dodgers. Tori Lavulo with the Tigers. Jerry Royce with the Brewers. Pat Clements with the Padres. Rick Mahler with the Reds. Calvin Schiraldi with the Giants. Norm Charlton with the Reds, and Chili Davis with the Angels. So nothing earth-shattering there. Let's see what we get in this opening day for 2022. Okay. Our last pack for the day, and then we'll get ready to shut up shop for today. Zach Lothar, rookie card for the Orioles. Alright, Starling Marte with the Athletics. Carlos Rodon with the White Sox. Miami Marlins mascot. Jeff McNeil with the Mets. Brandon Belt with the Giants, and Steven Strasburg with the Nationals. So nothing earth-shattering at all. Got the one Hunter Dozier here. Find a home for that real quick here. Old school colors. When he played for the Austin State University. Alright, one Seattle Mariner, two Hall of Famers, Ozzie Smith, Andre Dawson, a couple of rookie cards, and almost rookie card, Greg Jeffries. And other than that, we will finish up for the weekend, unless by some mere chance something happens between now and tomorrow, with our appointment with our pastor and his wife to spend the day out with them. So other than that, I'm going to bring this back into the show here. Get ready to close up shop for the day. Ouch. Mascot was the head of the box. I know. That's pretty sad. It was the hit of the box for sure, wasn't it? So let me get ready here. And as soon as I type it in the chat, I've got a couple minutes before the game starts here. Start our end of stream 2-minute warning. Alright, Sensei Domino says here. So, what time did I start at? 4:06, 7, 8, 9. I'll do 4:10 and then we'll say our goodbyes and we'll be done for the day. So what do we got here first? Sensei Dominoes here. So +2 for Sensei. He was here at the beginning of the stream. Crossover Paranormal Cops is here. Dragon Fan Tim is not here, of course. For his +2. Hopefully you all had a great day. Thank you for joining me for this Thursday's Hall of Fame Friday, episode 122, Tony Gwynn, plus the baseball game, plus the trivia, plus the Fairfield box. Oh, let me move this over so we're ready for, oh. Here, I gotta select it and then I can move it over. And I can open it for now. Put this stand back here for getting ready for next week for our possible H or possible finish off the football Hall of Fame. Is that all we got? It's 3 people at the end of the stream. Everybody taking off already? Probably. Is there anybody else here before I end the stream here? Oh, we got less than a minute. As soon as it says 10, I'm going to close up shop. Everybody took off early today, but that's okay. 11 thumbs up. Thank you for the 11 thumbs up. Sensei Dama, have a great night, everyone. Enjoy the NBA draft if you're watching it. Oh, there you go. For those that are basketball fans, enjoy that for sure. So, end of the 2-minute warning, y'all. Thank you very much. Appreciate you being here. Again, if bar anything that might happen by tomorrow, if nothing happens, I'll have a great day out with our pastor and his wife. They wanted to get together and do something. They said, block out our schedule so that they can take us to a destination unknown. All right. So we'll have fun tomorrow. I'll fill you in on some of the details next time we meet, but if we do that tomorrow, we will see you Tuesday for our next regularly scheduled program. Y'all have a great weekend. It's been fun. It's been great. And as David says in the end of his videos, it's not just words, but be blessed. Y'all have a great day, and we will see you around the channels, okay? Y'all take care. Have a wonderful and blessed